welcome to episode 4 of Mastering Roblox Coding, and in today's video is going to be a game changer. We're going to learn how to create a step counter. Basically, we're going to be learning how to make leaderboards in our games. And I'm quite sure that almost every single game that you've played has some sort of leaderboard. If you're playing an obby, you can jump on to the next level and it shows you which level you're on. If you're playing jailbreak, it shows you how many coins you have. Now in our case, it's going to show us how many steps we have made. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First, we have this new rule. This script does not go inside a part. When we have a leaderboard, it isn't a part. It's not something that you can add into a part. It's not a script that you add directly to a part. Think of it like a manager. It manages the players. It's a special folder in our Explorer window that we call server script service. If you scroll down, it's the one with the green cloud. Let's click plus and let's add a script to this. Now in today's case, let's rename this and let's call it capital L Leaderboard Manager. Now once you have this done, let's delete print hello world. We don't really need it. We're going to use the skills that we've learned in episode 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to use functions and if that we've already learned about. Let's start off by creating the function local function, and this will set up leaderboard and player. We put all our logic inside this one function. Now your next question might be, how are we going to make this leaderboard appear? And to do it, we're going to create local. We're going to write local Leaderstats is equal to Instance.new, and we're going to create a new folder. This is basically telling it to create something new, and we're going to call this new folder Leaderstats, and inside of it we'll be putting in the player. So let's write Leaderstats.name. Let's name it, as I told you before, Leaderstats, and then Leaderstats.parent. We said we're going to add the player. Now once that's done, let's skip a few lines, and we're going to create an int value. Whenever we have an int value, it just refers to a number. So local steps, that's why it needs to be an integer, and int value, because steps are numbers, they're not words. So instance.new, and over here, as we said before, int value steps.name, and we're going to name these steps. If you want to call them something else, this is the part where you have to change them. Steps. We're going to start off the steps, so dot value, we'll start off with 0 steps. Then steps.parent is equal to the leader sets. So as soon as this changes, it will show it in our leaderboard as well. So far, pause the video, copy the script, write it down, make sure that you understand it. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. But now that we have the leaderboard, we need to ask ourselves, how do we count the steps? We need to get players' character, so basically their 3D model. But what if the players respawn? We need to run this code every time their character spawns. For this, we use another event inside our function. This is called a nested event. Add this right below the steps. There we go, a few steps below, and we're going to call it player.character added. We're going to connect a function called characters, and then we'll write and that's it. So our big function about this setup leaderboard runs once. We'll only set up the leaderboard once, and then inside of it we'll have this that will fire every time they respawn. So every time they respawn, they start again from 0. Let's move on now to the step counter. Below here, let's start writing local humanoid, this is the name of the variable, is equal to character, and we're going to wait for child humanoid. Then what's next is, skip a line, while task.wait, and it's going to wait for 0.5 seconds, do something. And this is the part where we were learning on already before. If humanoid.health, we're checking how healthy the player is, checking player's health percentage, is greater or equal to 0, then do something. Basically, it will stop the code if the player has got eliminated. Then break and then end. That's going to stop the code from there. We're going to also check if the players are moving. If humanoid.move direction dot magnitude is greater than 0, then we're going to tell it to steps.value is equal to steps. We'll be increasing them by 1.value plus 1. Add. Why do we have add? That's because this video is sponsored by none other but Noble Courses. Yes, we did sponsor our own video, because in the description there are all the codes that we're using today. But we also have the Discord, which is completely for free for anyone to join. You can send your codes over there. If you get stuck somewhere, we can help you out with your codes. But the best part is you can also share your games over there and everybody can play it. It's a growing community where you can join, have fun as well, and share the games that you're making while meeting other game creators. There's also the link for our very own Roblox game design courses, and you can apply for a free trial. The free trial is completed for free, and we'll create a game together, and if you enjoy the course, you can apply for the course, but always make sure to ask your parents first. We'll be building many games, we'll learn more about coding, we'll learn how to use AI, we'll create game passes, badges, and finally we'll also publish many games as well. So I hope that you're enjoying this series, but let's get back to the video. Last one. Alright, so basically what we're telling it is as soon as we detect some movement, we're going to add one. But we need to tell the game to run this code for every player who joins. We do this with one line of code at the very bottom of the script. So at the very end of the code, we write this game.players.player added connect this setup leaderboard. Basically, this is like the master trigger. We're telling it, listen for the player added. As soon as that event has occurred, then we're going to connect the setup leaderboard function. So as soon as somebody has joined, we set this all up. So this is the whole script. I did add down some notes as well for you to see. The last thing that we left to do, we're going to click play and test out this game. So this is the final script. Make sure to pause the video. I'm going to click on play and let's test it out. So there's my player. As soon as I start to walk, 3 steps, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it keeps on going and go to the next level. But every step I make, we're getting 1 point. I'll see you all in the next video where we're going to learn how to reward the players after they move a certain amount of steps. Thank you all for viewing. I'll see you again in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying these videos. Thank you all for helping out this channel. The more that you like, the more that you subscribe, the more that you comment, the bigger this channel can be, and the more videos that we can upload. See you all in the next one.